want to share with our friends out here? One of the things that we always talk about, if you're dreaming of this, sometimes it just takes, you can plan, like I think it was his name Ron that was talking about before?
Yeah.
I think it was Ron. And he's so right. You do need to have a plan. We didn't obviously jump into this without having a plan. But sometimes you can plan things to death and you never motivate and you never work or get going. Okay, you can procrastinate and take comfort in that plan. In other words, did you ever hear the saying that it's never someday, it's one day? Because some days never come, but one day will.
Mm-hmm.
So don't run around and make the plan a someday. Make it a one day. In other words, plan that day to go.
Mm-hmm.
Get it out and go. It is so. If the house would have never have sold, let me put it this way: if I never would have motivated myself to put the house up for sale,
which was probably the scariest part of it all,
we never would have done this.
Mm-mm.
I would have talked about it. I would have said, yep, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. But as soon as we put the house up for sale, we were committed to doing it.
It was real. It was like,
when we signed, when we signed that paper and we were driving the RV back home, we went down to go pick it up, and we were driving the RV back home, and we're going down, I think it was Route 15, heading into...
From Maryland into Pennsylvania.
Was that 15 or Route 11? I can't remember. Anyways, we're coming out of Maryland, heading into Pennsylvania, Gettysburg, PA. And I looked over at Katie, and Katie looked over at me, and we're like, oh my God, what did we just do? We're committed. We were committed. I have no clue how to clean a black tank or empty a black tank. You should have been with us whenever we pulled into the RV park, and the guy's parking us, and I pull in and he says, okay, you got everything? I said, no, can you show me how to do this stuff?
How do we connect the sewer?
And I'm no dummy. I kind of had an idea, but
he knows.
But it was just something that I'm a greenhorn, dude. Show me. And I think the biggest thing was the man has a little bit more pride, and you don't want to look like an idiot trying to hook something up and you're doing it completely wrong. But I've learned, I learned certain things. I learned certain routines. I learned things that you do and things you don't do, especially in that wet bay area. There's things you have to do in order to not cross-contaminate. Obviously, you don't want to be drinking sewage water. So you got to do certain things and whatnot. So I've learned all that, but it's really, it's fun now. It's really fun. In fact, every time that we were coming up to a point to where we had to pack up and move, and because mind you, we were staying, at a place for like 3 or 4 months at a time, so we're getting ready to pack up and move the last 2 times. And when we did that, I'm packed up like a week ahead of time. It's ready to go. And
more than a week. He's starting to pack up like almost a month in advance.
Not that soon,
2
but
weeks, 3 weeks maybe.
No, it was about a week ahead, and I'm packing up. I'm getting things going, and the next thing I know, Katie's coming home that night, and I'm driving. As soon as she gets in or in that morning, and I'm throwing her in. I'm hooking the car up, and we're moving. Here, right now. We're leaving Sunday, and I think the only thing I did was took down the screen room.
Bug tent.
The screen room, yeah.
Yeah, and it's when...
I don't have anything packed.
No, it's Tuesday right now. Tuesday, April 25th, I think. And
I don't have anything. I got to go through that whole entire RV, get rid of some stuff that we accumulate. Every time we stop somewhere and you stay there for 3 months, you accumulate stuff. I don't know why that is.
We go through... Before we pack up and travel, we go through everything and... get rid of stuff. We have a whole garbage bag of stuff we throw out, so it's kind of nice. We're like spring cleaning every 3 months.
Yeah.
And to get ready to get on the road. Part of that is our weight issue. We want to clean out stuff that we don't want to carry extra
We get back
weight.
to Pennsylvania, there's some stuff that we are getting rid of. That's something we can hit on right now too. When we packed up, Katie, go ahead and share with them what our plan is when we get back to Pennsylvania in regards to stuff.
Okay, so... Well, we have a storage unit in Pennsylvania, and which we have it. I don't even want to open that door the way we probably have it packed up to the ceiling. But we plan on going back to the storage. There's stuff from that we have in the motorhome right now that we can put in storage that we're not using. So we're going to bring stuff back to storage. I'm sure we're going to be going through stuff in the storage room and taking some of that stuff back with us to the motorhome. And I don't know, we'll probably find a lot of stuff in that storage room that we were like, why in the world did we store this for a year? So I don't know. I don't know if we're ready at this point to actually go through and get rid of more stuff from our storage unit and downsize that. That might not happen right now, but
Yeah,
that's something we'll probably do in the future.
It all depends if we stay in Pennsylvania for this time
Right,
around.
so
we're trying to
might-
get to South Dakota, but it looks like we might wind up just staying in PA for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's what we're going to do.
That's
And
something
when
to
we
have.
loaded, I mean, we really took a lot of stuff along that we didn't need. And, I mean, there's stuff that's in the coach we haven't touched all year. I haven't touched it. And I think that's something that we want to definitely address. So anyways, that's another reason between gas versus diesel is your weight issue. We have a tandem tow. I have her car and I have my motorcycle. So that really kind of, I mean, that takes up right around 4,500 to 4,700 pounds in the back, depending on how much gas we have in the two vehicles. Then, of course, your coach is only, at this point, would only be 26,000. Well, actually 25,000 because I have to take 1,000. So 25,000 on the coach, and that's, I mean, we're pushing it. And so yeah, we're going to be getting rid of some stuff when we get back up to PA, and either giving it away, selling it, or giving it or putting it into storage. But so if you could do this all over again, Katie, would you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me
Without a
too.
doubt.
Me too. We would definitely do this, and we would encourage anybody out there that's planning on doing this, step forward, take the actions, take the necessary steps to get it going, and get the plan in gear. It's scary. It is scary the whole way, isn't it?
Very.
It is very
Some
scary.
days are a lot more scary than others, but
I'm talking about in the past. It's scary whenever you're
oh
going.
yeah, I mean definitely getting going, getting started. It's terrifying because you're like, oh my gosh, this is all we have. Like I remember when we left Pennsylvania and we stayed in Maryland for those couple days. We were at the dealer and we were like parked on the edge of this like parking lot, and I was like, oh my god, like what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like I'm in my home right now, but it was so new at that time. It didn't feel like my home, and I was like, we're next to a gas station in Maryland, and it's just like, oh, this is so weird. It was
Yeah.
so
So
weird, but
it's scary, but
it's gotten-
but it is so rewarding.
It is
We
rewarding.
have met one of the biggest things I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll let Katie go ahead and elaborate on this. But I think one of the biggest things that we found on doing this is people.
people. We love people. Dave's an extrovert and I'm an introvert, and I love people too. He loves people. I love people. We love meeting people. We love connecting with people. We love having fellowship with people. And that is one thing we have found on the road. Like, we're not alone. I've had this sometimes I get this like fear over me, like you're all alone. And down here in Florida, it seems I felt that more because we didn't connect all that much, didn't have like a fellowship group. But in the other places, North Carolina and Arizona, we had like people that we really connected with, and it's amazing. It
Yeah.
really is amazing. And really, you could be talking to these people for just a short amount of time and you connect just like that. Like our friends Mark and Holly, I think we talked to for like 5 minutes, and
We were connected
until
just
we
like
realized
that.
like, oh my gosh, we are like the same people right now. Like it is so like such a God connection.
And then we have Tom and Mary.
Tom and Mary of the same thing out in Arizona. We talked to them for 5 minutes. We're
There's
like,
some other
oh my
people
gosh.
that we can't
Love you
mention
guys.
right now because this video will be put out, and I don't want to give away.
Oh no.
But they know who they are. They lived across from us. He was the guy with the bike that helped me wash the RV. But no, there's so many people we met. Helen,
Oh, yeah,
Lance,
Lance and Helen with their spider. You know,
yeah,
we went riding with them.
and North Carolina.
Oh, Faith and Scott and Hope and Hannah, little girls. Oh my gosh, they
We
were
had such
just
a
so
my
fun.
God.
Those girls
It's
are
just
incredible.
So that is probably the biggest plus in our
Yeah.
traveling.
Oh, yeah.
Not just seeing everything, but meeting so many different
Yeah.
people. It is so great.
Yeah.
So
Stan, and we could just go on and on forever.
Yeah.
Paddy Wagon.
Oh.
People just keep popping into my head. I'm sorry if we don't mention your name when we met you this past year. There's just been so many great people.
RV Outlaws.
Oh, yeah. Yep, Denny and Veronica.
Yep.
Mark and Julie, you got to meet up with. RV Love out in Phoenix. Like, so cool.
It is.
So
it's
cool.
great. So, anyways, we're going to give another really quick shout out to Mark and Julie again, since you mentioned them. They're the ones that are at fault for this whole entire
if you don't
thing
like our
going on
videos,
here.
if you don't like us, if you don't like this whole RVing thing, blame Mark and Julie from RV Love.
Yeah.
It's all their fault.
They're the ones that they really did inspire us.
They got us into it.
We just watched their videos, and it just drew me in, and I started watching more, and then there were some other people we saw. Paddy Wagon was another one, another channel that we watched. RV Outlaws. Who else?
Well, the Wins. Of course,
The
we talk
Wins.
about Jason and Nikki Wynn.
Yeah, the Wins.
it's
Chris and G.
Yeah, Chris and G Travels.
But the one that connected and pulled me into seeing everybody else was Mark.
Mark and Julie. And they even took the time to meet us in Pennsylvania
Yes,
when
they
they
did.
were coming through before we even sold the house.
And that encouraged us even more.
That was incredible. Like, we met them and we're like, wow, like, that is, like, look at them, they're doing this and we want to do it, and they gave us so many great pointers. And
So we really do
Yeah.
love and appreciate them. They're great. We love watching their channel even to this day,
Yeah,
and we
it's
can't
cool
wait
stuff.
to see another video come out with Mark and Julie. So it's really good. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. We really do love and we appreciate you guys. So keep doing what you're doing.
Yep.
And but other than that, is there anything else you want to share with them?
There's so many. I mean, there's so many highlights. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, what was the highlight for me this year? There were so many. I can't even.
I mean, I can really tell. I mean, there was a lot. I think two of my biggest. Well, actually, there's three of my biggest highlights.
See, you can't pinpoint one.
Yeah, well, I probably
told
can't
you.
do one. There's three of them that I really love the most. But there's so many things I really do love as I'm standing here thinking, but the one is Garden of the Gods. Riding my motorcycle through that. That was just awesome. Number 2 was going up the
Rocky Mountain National Park.
Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yeah.
That was, I can't
Beyond.
explain
If
it.
you haven't been out there, it's beyond belief. Getting up to those peaks.
Yeah,
Beyond heaven.
Wow,
It's just-
it's incredible. And then the third would be riding my motorcycle to Globe, Arizona, up through those mountains. That was just insane.
Yeah, that was cool.
So,
Yeah. For me, a recent one that stands out, we just went to the Sun and Fun Air Show. I loved that to death. I loved that so much that I think about that. I'm like, I want to go back to that day.
Yeah.
I loved that. Out in North Carolina, riding the Blue Ridge Parkway was incredible on our
just
bikes.
a bicycle path that we did
Oh
at
my
Mount
gosh,
Airy.
we still miss
We
the
miss that.
stinking bicycle path. It's just a piece of pavement that goes along the
Around
river
Mount Airy.
and then around just past the main road. And we loved this thing. It was so cool. It was just such
We
a
go out
neat
there almost every day and ride our
bicycle
bikes.
path. We loved that. I missed that. And
So there's so many
I
cool
just
things.
can't
There's
even.
so many things. And I know, and guys, we're barely moving.
I know.
But what's incredible is that if you're like Mark and Julie and these other guys that are moving weekly and
Oh my
every other
gosh,
day,
you can see
you know,
so
they're
much more
seeing
than
so
we
much
see.
more. So, but no, we encourage you guys to go ahead and step forward if this is what you're planning on doing. So our 1-year review is just
Thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
If I had more
Awesome.
than 2
We
thumbs, I'd be
love
4,
it.
5, 7,000
We
thumbs
love
up.
it. It is now home. It's finally home. Even though I will miss the log home that we had in Pennsylvania. Every once in a while, I still would never trade this for anything. Mark and Julie, I remember in one of their videos, they said it took them roughly about 6 months and it became home to them. It took us a little bit longer, and that's okay. But it took us a little bit longer. But I can now say it's home.
And that's one of the reasons why I don't want to get a diesel. Like, I want a diesel, but I don't because, I don't know, I'm kind of attached to this coach. I love it. Like, I don't want to walk out of it and never walk back into it.
But that will be home too.
It'll be home. We'll make it home.
Make it home.
Home is where the heart
So,
is.
but anyways, other than that, guys,
We should
hey,
wrap this up.
thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being there, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just want to encourage you guys. We want to show you what's going on in our life and document certain things. And Yep, our channel might be a little bit different because Katie's a travel nurse and we're kind of focusing a little bit on that part with the RV. You know, we don't know where everything will take it. I am getting a couple comments that people want to see me cook. However, I have also got comments, but I have also got comments from other people that said, knock off the cooking.
Too much eating. We eat too much. And we like to eat. Who doesn't like to eat?
It's what we do.
We eat. Anyways, guys, we love each and every one of you guys, all our subscribers, all our viewers. Thank you, because we wouldn't do this without you guys. So thank you. Continue to share our channel.
Subscribe, and share.
Yep.
Like Patrick would say from the paddy wagon. Like, subscribe, and share. Bye for now.
Bye for now.